Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of Ontario Virtual Racing News, your source of information for the local e-racing scene. Today, we'll be interviewing Josh Peacock, Events and Partnership Manager at Cycling Canada, and we'll be discussing today's announcement about the National Virtual Racing Calendar and the work that led up to it. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Josh Peacock, Events and Partnership Manager with Cycling Canada, here today to talk about the upcoming virtual racing series at the national level. Hi, Josh. How's it going?
Great. How you doing, Andrew?
Not too bad. Tell me a little bit more about what's been happening over there at Cycling Canada with regards to the esports world.
Oh yeah, it's been a busy few months actually. It's been a long process in thinking and dealing with esports and building out a strategy on our side. So obviously, naturally, with the onset of the pandemic, I think esports came to the sort of front and center for a lot of different federations, clubs, teams, everything out there. We kind of have been taking the time throughout to build out a more formal strategy, and we're excited that today we were able to announce sort of our plans to the public for a bit of domestic event hosting. So some Cycling Canada owned and run events on various different platforms and with the assistance of our communities, whether it be our provincial federation partners or clubs or teams. We've got a whole gamut of really exciting opportunities sort of presented to the public now. So today was a really exciting day to get that out there.
Well, it does sound exciting. Tell me a little bit more about what the virtual calendar might look like for all of our viewers out there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if we look at the press release, it's a great one to sort of go bit by bit. But it all kind of starts off actually as early as beginning of November with some regular weekly activity on the Zwift platform. So we've been able to work very closely with Zwift to get some Cycling Canada branded events onto the public Zwift event calendar. So that'll start with every Monday night and Tuesday night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. People will be able to sign up for what we call the weekly tune-up series. That's just a series of group rides. So Monday will be co-ed, open to everyone, and Tuesday will be women's only.
That sounds like a good slot as well, 8 o'clock. That allows our folks out west on the Pacific Coast to participate as well after work hours starting at 5:05 p.m. So.
Yeah, exactly. That was the big sort of goal there, was to be able to hit both sort of sides of the country and give everybody a chance to participate.
What about racing? What kind of opportunities are there for some real hard, fast racing?
Yeah, so along the lines of those weekly Zwift activities, the Monday and Tuesday events, the group rides will happen on a set course. And then on that very same course every Wednesday will be a Wednesday night race series. So that one will have categories A, B, C, D, and E with varying power ranges for each category. The E will be women's only. And it'll be just, again, another fun participation-based series. We won't be maintaining any sort of ranking on that, but it's more just to get people out and give them a chance to race against each other on the same course that they did the group rides in the 2 days before. We try not to keep it the same week to week, so the sort of topography of the course may change. So for example, week 1, you may see a flat course. The next week, you might see a hilly. The week after, you'll see something that varies a little bit.
Any high-level events coming our way as well?
Yeah, so we're really excited, first of all, with the return of our junior virtual cycling series. That's hosted by the Saskatchewan Cycling Performance Group. They hosted this throughout the summer this year, and we saw some great participation. That one's geared at U17 riders and junior riders across the country. So they've done some really good work with different apps like Discord to create race radio. It actually feels like when you participate in that virtual race that you are in a race and you're chatting with your team manager and coach and chatting strategy. Beyond that, again, in the press release, it's a little bit vague because we're still working on finalizing the details, but we're working in partnership with Broadcast Services International to bring sort of the pinnacle of virtual racing onto the Zwift platform and distribute it to the masses with a final broadcast element, which is really exciting. So expect a product very similar to what we might see for the upcoming World Championships with some live streams on the athletes competing. We're working on delivering that in March 2021. So it's something we're building out the model for right now, and I think people can expect to see some more details on that one in the coming months for sure.
I also noticed in the press release that you talked about some opportunities for riders to check out some previews of the 2021 road calendar if it does in fact get rolling next year and give people an opportunity to maybe check out. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, again, really excited. We started a partnership with the Full Gas virtual cycling app What we decided to do sort of moving into this winter was actually work with some of our existing real life event organizers to upload their courses onto the Full Gas platform so that we can provide our riders and prospective riders a chance to ride real life Canadian courses throughout the winter. So we'll see. I won't give out the details of exactly what courses are going to be there. We're going to keep that a bit of a surprise, but the courses that are going to be there, I would say certainly can fall into the range of iconic courses in Canada that people are used to racing. That's a little bit of a teaser, but
Josh, we see in the news that the UCI will be running the esports virtual world championships, and Cycling Canada has already selected a team of riders to go. Is there any way that those riders might be showing up at some of the races that you're running this winter as some sort of promotion or tie into that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another part of our race series, actually, is as a part of the World Championships, the UCI and Zwift granted each national federation 3 federation-owned practice events. So the last 3 Saturdays of November, we're going to be hosting public races open to the wider cycling community. It'll be on the Zwift public calendar, so not even just Canadians, it's open to everybody. Our national team athletes will all be present at least 2 of those 3 events, so it'll be their choice to pick which ones they go to. But it's fair to say that at every single one of those 3 events, you'll be able to ride and race against a national team member if you wish. For those who don't want to go in the faster categories, just like our Wednesday night races, there's going to be some medium and lower power range categories for the more beginner riders who just want to go and check out the course.
Well, Josh, that sounds great. As a final question, can you let our viewers know how do they get involved? I want to start riding and racing in the Cycling Canada series. Where do they go and what do they need?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the first step, what I'd recommend is if you go to the Cycling Canada website and you check out upcoming events, we've created an event page for specifically the weekly activities, which will show you the Monday and Tuesday rides as well as the Wednesday races. From there, you'll get links straight to the Zwift event calendar, for example, where you may sign up. We encourage people for those events to download the Zwift companion app, and you can easily search the dates and find our races on there and rides on there. So head to www.cyclingcanada.ca. You can hover over upcoming events, click on that, and you'll see those there. And from there, you should have all the info you need.
All right, Josh, thanks again for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Josh Peacock from Cycling Canada talking about the esports initiative that is happening in Canada this year and this winter coming up. Thanks a lot, Josh.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.